be here.
So, Dr. Chopra, to get started, take us back to your childhood. And could you talk a little bit about some of the various cultural and spiritual influences in your early days?
My father was an army doctor. He was trained as a cardiologist in England. And my mother was the real homemaker. And we traveled around the country because that's the army life.
In your work, you talk a lot about the consciousness. And could you tell us all what that means? And further along those lines, higher consciousness and God consciousness and collective consciousness. Could you talk about that?
Consciousness in its fundamental state is the ground of our being, which differentiates into everything that we call reality.
So talk about the mind and the brain and what role they play in consciousness.
Okay, the standard, what should I say, theory in science is that your consciousness.
So you talk about that we all start as a little piece of DNA, and we very rapidly divide up into millions of cells. What is the connection of our body and our cells to the stars and the planets and the universe?
Yes, we all start out as a double-stranded DNA. And before that, actually, there wasn't even that. There was just a gleam in your father's eye when he went to a picnic with your mother. And we all start out in a field of possibilities. And that field of possibilities is in fact, consciousness in its purest state. And that then localizes in a double-stranded DNA.
So I'd like to introduce back to the stage co-founder Halton Hussey and Adita Rodriguez for a special presentation.